Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Ellen. So yes, I know it's that time of year, getting close to that time of year, and everyone's been asking, so let's just get into it. Let's have some fun with some autumn leaves, this little abstract, semi-abstract because you know they're leaves, but just the way it's painted is very, very loose, kind of atmospheric, leaves falling, cascading, got some bright colors in there, thrown in there. Super fun. Lots of ways to play with translucent watercolor. If you've never tried, just glazing technique. This is a great glazing technique to have fun with, which is leaves, kind of like a nice little doodle in a way almost. So if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section, and let's get started. Okay, to start, I'm using Fabriano's 100% cotton cold pressed paper. This is a 7 by 10 inch block. It's the bright white. I like the bright white sometimes to just get a really bright color behind it. I'll be starting off playing with my Princeton 12 acrylic brush. People ask me all the time, why do I have tape here? Well, when I have workshops and watercolor retreats, I need to make sure I have my paintbrush and nobody takes it. And sometimes we have similar supplies and you don't know whose is whose. So that's why I have tape on there. So let's get some water on some like beautiful, simple colors. We're going to do fall colors, yellows, oranges, reds. Now, I like this brush because it's kind of stiff and you can hold the shape really well for making simple leaf shapes. So let's loosen up some yellow. If you have some orange, have that close by. I have this brilliant orange. We got reds over here too. We can start by just, I want the leaves to have this cascading kind of feel coming downward. And we don't just have to use oranges and yellows. We can use some other colors. So simple leaf shapes like this, right? And have them coming over here. We got nice bright orange. We got some yellows. We'll add stems in a bit. So just picture the leaves falling down on a branch. Just simple shapes. And we'll let these leaves dry. And what's amazing about watercolor is that it's translucent. So you can put a color on top and it's going to change the color of the leaves, all that good stuff. This is color called burnt sienna, which I love. It's a great brown kind of tone. Again, simple leaf shapes, as you see me doing here. And they're kind of all cascading from the top right going downward, right? And now we can start adding some reds. I have this color called pyrol Rubin from Holbein, and I love. Again, I'm adding some lovely colors here. Red, simple shapes of a leaf. We don't have to make things super complicated. Kind of put a few here together. See how they're kind of cascading downward? And you can have some up here. The composition can be whatever you want it to be. Just putting the initial leaves in first. And then we're going to start playing with some translucent color. Another little one maybe here. Get some of that brown tone. Another red one. Pretty deep color red there. Oops. Okay. Adding some more intense yellow ones kind of down here. And then we can do some browns. I'll mix the burnt sienna with some ultramarine blue deep. Get some browns. Ooh, it's a deep dark brown. Playing with that a little bit. You can even do a color, a bright color. I have this, I'm going to remove some of this color here. Lovely turquoise. It's cobalt turquoise. I know, play around with color. Doesn't always have to be super dark oranges and, we're going to have a little fun with this. So I'm loosening this up. Let's put some blue up here because you know what's going to happen. We're going to put a color on top of it and it will change the color of turquoise. It won't be the same. I know. Kind of unexpected color there, right? Put this up here. Put it down here too. Just kind of float it down there. All right, so you have to let this first layer completely dry, and we're going to go on to another layer. So I dried that layer. Again, get some oranges, nice lovely colors. Now we can start to put some on top of each other. Orangey reds. See how it's translucent and you can see the yellow underneath it a little bit. Over here. Get even darker browns, kind of flowing. We are going to kind of mush it even more, but let's get the leaves in there, and we want them to dry completely because it's a fun technique I like to play with, but it won't work what we're trying to do if we don't let this dry completely. So we got those leaves there. We got some colors on top of each other. You can put this brown on top of the blue now that's changed. And go back and add some more yellow over the red. Another yellow on top of the yellow, like more of a mustard color. It's a lot of fun. We're playing today. Okay. Orange, even red color over that. Ooh. No, that's a little too thick. A little bit lighter than that. It's okay if I messed it up. It's too thick. Okay, I don't get too leaf crazy. Some leaves like that. We're still leaving it. You don't need to put leaves everywhere. You can just do like one more little one here, kind of peeking through. Okay, and maybe a yellow. Well, it's kind of orangey up here. All right, we have to let this part dry again as well, completely. Okay, now that it's dry, we're gonna grab a flat wash brush. This is like a 1-inch craft brush. I'm gonna mix some browns with ultramarine blue deep and burnt sienna. Even one more gray brown tone. A lot of paint here. Can have it more brown than gray, etc. Okay. So we're doing this thing I call mushing. Get some more water. We're going to start to put this color in here. Maybe add a little bit more color here. And we're going to see how I'm kind of twisting my brush, kind of lifting up the paint that we had just painted down here. Can even add some yellow in here as it's going down. And now it's changing it even more, right? We can start to add some blue. We had those stiff leaves, just kind of permanent, sitting there. And now we can kind of play with making some loose marks with the blue. I'm making some browns going up here. Look at that, it's changed it now, right? I can even grab some red. Oh yeah. Look at that. So you still see those like leaves that were formed in the beginning. But now we're playing with adding color and mushing the other color. So I'm going to lift some of this color, grab some more yellow, orange, come down here. Look how pretty that looks. Can add some pink. I've got this bright rose. Oops. Trying to get that pink color. There we go. Just and now we're just see I'm twisting my brush back and forth. Getting the color, maybe there was some yellow in there. Ooh, that's a little too much yellow. It happens. You get a little excited, right? Okay, kind of filling in this. It's very damp now. And now that blue doesn't look so bright blue anymore, does it? Look how cool that looks. Now see, I added a lot of red up here. We can add bits and parts of that down here. Kind of twist it. And I'm going to do something else. I'm just taking my brush, grabbing some color, tapping, twisting, browns. Here's some burnt umber, twisting. We are going to take a paper towel and kind of remove some color in some areas. got a lot of things happening here. We could do another dark shape of a leaf, kind of really loose. Let that sit. All that good stuff. Okay, so now it's very damp. Oh, I didn't get this bottom part. We can kind of lift some of this. See how I'm lifting with my brush and tapping back on the paper towel? Lifting's a little different than if you took a paper towel and did it. And I'll show you what I mean. I will just go whoosh. It really removes the paint. But look how cool. Just kind of go like that a little bit. Get some of that paint off, and you get this nice, wonderful texture. Just really kind of cascading leaves. And I'll add maybe some ultramarine blue deep up here. Now, once that dries, we can kind of add some leaves on top of each other. We're going to add some stems to it. But I really love the softness of this. And maybe down here, I'd lift, it's a little too orangey, some of the color. Let me get some other colors in here, like maybe some yellow. If I didn't like this color. And I can't do this too much because it will be lifting up the paper and the pulp. We don't want that. That's why you need a good watercolor paper. I'm going to grab the yellow, loosen that up a little bit. I just want some yellow tones down here instead of the brown everywhere. Prettier. Tap those two. So you kind of make some marks like this. We don't want this seriousness everywhere. And a lift. Okay, we still see some of those leaves that we wanted to see, which we see. And there we go. A little brown. Playing just a little bit more. Sometimes I can't stop. But that's kind of where I want to go with that. All right, we have to let this guy dry. And we'll start to play with some branches now. Now I'll take my liner brush. This is a Princeton number 4 Umbria liner series. And we'll start to make some branches. Connecting those leaves. Or even adding more. So you can have a branch connecting these guys. Right? So it makes sense. Connecting them to the branch. Do another one. Have a few floating branches. Just like that. I might put another, this is connecting something here, and I'll put some leaves on that one. Right? I didn't have it in the beginning, but I'll add it to it. And then we can also add some veins and some other leaves. I'm going to add another leaf there. And this guy's a little lonely, so maybe add some leaves there. So once you have those, these branches, I might go back in with either red or brown and put some leaves connecting to this. So it's a mini step process. I had one floating back here, red color. Connect this one. Open dry leaves. Right? You can start to do some veins and some of the leaves. Just paint. Lots of fun here. Oops. That's a little wide for the center, but that's okay. And you can do another level of more translucent leaves again on top of these ones. I really just want you to have fun playing with the color scheme and the shapes, the composition. seeing which way you can go with wonderful abstract colors. Get a little deeper, darker up top, huh? Because those are really kind of deep, dark reds. Having fun with the red. One more deep leaf kind of poking through here. I'll just throw in another one for the heck of it. Oh, that looks so weird. I'll have to fix that one. It was like a tiny little teardrop or something. Super fun though, isn't it? It's like they're floating, beautiful, fairy-like, cascading leaves. And once this is dry, I might go back over it like again, another like couple leaves over here. It's so much fun to do. See, I'm gonna put another one here. Let that dry. Isn't that sweet? I kind of really love this area right here. And you don't have to put veins in everything you see, but it's kind of nice to put some of them. It just adds a little something extra. I'll just grab whatever brush I had close by. So I have to wait till some of these dry to put the veins in them. Some of them don't need them. Some of them just the way they are. I just love the softness of all of that. Super, super fun. Super easy. Doesn't take much effort, but really kind of cool. If you have a computer, you could scan this in. You can have it like make into cards, all that fun stuff. Invitations. You know, you can block out this part. There's so many things you could do with something like this. It's so much fun. So I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Super easy, perfect for any skill level beginner. You can play a million ways to do the colors. I put a little bit of blue in there. You can put another, you know, kind of crazy color, maybe some burgundy or purple instead of just a blue. Play with it. Have fun with it. So I hope you enjoyed. If you love my content here on YouTube, consider joining my Patreon. I have all kinds of great tutorials of hundreds and hundreds of tutorials that are more exclusive that are not on YouTube, more extensive. Some are more advanced. They have traceables and photos. You also get extended videos that are here on YouTube, traces that go with some of the videos here on YouTube. Facebook, we have a Facebook group where we share our paintings. I give monthly giveaways there, and also you get first dibs on watercolor workshops and retreats, which is really good. And it's a way to support me here on YouTube, which I really, really appreciate. So you can check out that link in the description box below, and I really appreciate it. So I hope you have a great time painting this, and enjoy!